What's going on, everybody? How you doing? In today's video, we are doing What I Am Playing You. And what I am playing you today, I am pretty sure you don't know. But let me know if you do know it. That would be crazy. This song and album specifically reminds me of my wife. It was one of these things where it's like, you know, the music brings you back to a place and all that kind of thing. Oh yeah, when I was listening to that, yeah, I met my wife kind of thing, right? So I was listening to this album and this song specifically a lot when I met my wife, right? And she'll know that. She'll remember this song for sure. So this is GIL, Scott-Heron, and Jamie XX. It's a remix album that Jamie XX did with Gil Scott, right? All right, Jamie XX. So I'm not super familiar with Jamie XX. I'm more familiar with Gil Scott-Heron and his albums, but not Jamie XX. Jamie XX is something like DJ or something like that. DJ, record producer, or something like that. So Jamie XX was a fan of Gil Scott-Heron and was approached by some label head or whatever to remix Gil Scott's 2010 album called I'm New Here. And he worked on it, and I really like it. But I think I really like it because I really like Gil Scott. Gil Scott-Heron's album and his voice and concepts and things like that. That being said, I like what Jamie XX did with it. So, you know, it's cool. It's a nice mix. So this song is called My Cloud. If you're new here, please subscribe. Check out my videos, all kinds of videos, reaction videos, bass videos, music videos. Check it out. If you like the channel, you want to support the channel, you can hit super thanks underneath this video. You can hit me direct in the description. I got PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Amazon wish list, mailing address, and I do donation request videos. So if there's something you want me to listen to, watch, talk about, hit me direct, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. In the notes section, leave a link, leave a description, let me know what you want the video to be on, and I'll make the video. You can also email me at jpanreadsemail@gmail.com. Thank you guys. All right, let's get into this. Gil Scott-Heron, Jamie XX, My Cloud. Bam.
Morning comes, if there's been no rest for you, we've been friends long enough, you should know what to do. If that's how you start your day, why keep running away?
I mean, it's a nice song. Underneath it all, it's just a nice song, right?
And in the afternoon, if things are still the same, you've always held the key to effect a change. What more need I say? Running away from me, and you come and join me on my cloud. How you must wonder in the evening. Everything got so turned around. you could come and join me. You can come and join me on my cloud. Wonder in the evening, everything got so turned around. Everything got so turned around.
Yeah, cool. I imagine that's a lot of compression. All that intense white noise with the kick, right? Sounds like it's something having to do with compression, right? Compression is really it's an often discussed, often misunderstood effect, right? I mean, as a bass player, I use a compression on every gig. Like, I'm the guy that brings a distressor. Most of you people aren't going to know what I'm talking about unless you're a musician, you actually know. I bring a distressor to every gig, right? I've had a distressor since, I think I bought it in 2007 or 8, something like that. And, you know, I show up and the sound guy's just like, wow, you bring that? Oh, this is going to sound great. Okay, so bass. This is kind of off this song. I mean, it sort of has to, you know, you guys come here for these talks also, right? When I found out that Paul McCartney and James Jamerson, their bass gets multiple levels of compression in order to sound like how they sound on those records, and just understanding the bass needs compression, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to get a compressor now. As a bass player, right? Now, it doesn't make sense to me that other bass players don't use compressors like live. Like, if you're recreating these albums or these songs or whatever, you're just trying to sound like what people hear on records and are used to hearing on records. Like, why would you not use what they use on records? Right? Especially like compression is not like, it's not like a delay. It's not like, you know, a reverb or distortion, although it could get kind of crunchy. It could get, you know, have some hair on it, especially a distressor. But to me, it's like, it brings everything in your face, right? It basically takes the low end of the volume and the high end of the volume, and it compresses it into this, you know, this range, right? And it brings that into your face, right? And sometimes it crushes the sound, but sometimes it makes it do that, where it like really it starts sounding pumpy, kind of. Does that make sense? That word, after hearing this, it kind of sounds like it's pumping, right? That kick sounds like it's like kick, white noise, kick, white noise, kick, white noise, right? Anyways, yeah, compression is really important, especially for bass. Especially for bass. It's really important. So if you're a bass player and you're not using a compressor, you may want to figure that out. I still have my first compressor. My first compressor was a really cheap, like $50 or less. I may have gotten it for even less. It was like this little Joe Meek little box compressor. Not that great, but good to like mess around with, because sometimes it's like you don't know what you're hearing. You know, you're like turning knobs and you're trying to, because compression is also kind of like a feel thing. It's weird. You know, it's super weird. I know that there's like videos on it, and you know, but I've talked to so many engineers and just people about it that it's like everybody's got, you know, how they handle compression and deal with compression. Oftentimes can make or break something, you know, like an album or a recording or whatever. So it's like kind of a big deal, but it's like really a nuanced thing also. So anyways, that's my talk on compression and what I think is going on with the kick drum here. I imagine it has something to do with compression. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's something completely different. But yeah, Okay, getting back to the song. I'm sure that there's people that are just not into the production. They're not into this kind of style. Hopefully you hear the song past the style. Does that make sense? Because there's quite clearly a nice song here, right? Quite clearly. Nice singing, nice song, right? Old man voice. I love that. That's great. The production is more just how that song is being packaged and wrapped up and presented. That's all the song is. But to me, a strong enough song can more or less be presented and packaged in any way. It's still going to be a strong song unless you're like really like deconstructing or whatever, you know, doing something totally wild or whatever. Something where it's like, is that even the same song? It's not even the same song anymore. So I like it. I think it's awesome. It's a really nice song, really cool. Nice changes. Maybe go back to Gil Scott-Heron's album and hear it, because I think his version's different. I mean, it's the song, but I think, it's just a remix, so it's literally this song, but it doesn't have all the extra DJ stuff. Right? Cool. Yeah, really cool. Awesome. Wow. Oh man, what am I gonna play you next? I don't know, but I'll be here for it. So I'll catch you in the next video. Later.